Ladies and gentlemen, good day, and welcome to H1 FY25 earnings conference call of PhantomFX Limited, hosted by Kirin Advisors. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Please note that this conference call will be approximately 60 minutes long. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then zero on a touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Chandni from Kirin Advisors. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Muskan. On the behalf of Kirin Advisors, I welcome you all to the conference call of Phantom Digital FX Limited. From management team, we have Mr. Vijay Arputharaj, CEO and founder, Mr. Anand Raman, who is Vice President of Finance. Now I hand over the call to Mr. Vijay. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for Phantom Digital FX Limited's H1 FY 2024-25 earnings call. We are delighted to share with you our financial performance for the first half of FY25, as well as key developments across the business that reflect our growth trajectory and continued commitment to innovation. To begin, I'd like to highlight some of the developments within our company. We have made a strategic partnership with prominent Chinese production house, supported by the Chinese government, as part of our efforts to expand PhantomFX presence in China's thriving entertainment sector. This collaboration provides us with the opportunity to contribute our advanced VFX capabilities to major film projects, while also exploring new frontiers such as AI-generated content and smart home technology, which will further bolster our offerings. In addition, we are excited to welcome two distinguished industry professionals to our team. Mr. Vetrive, who joins us as Senior Vice President of Production and Business, brings with him 28 years of experience in VFX, animation, and gaming. His extensive experience will be instrumental in strengthening our production capabilities. On the technology front, we have introduced new automation tools that have already resulted in a 15% increase in productivity. In addition, we have launched a state-of-the-art virtual production unit, enabling enhanced pre-production capabilities with the integration of AI-driven advancements and photorealistic virtual sets. We are empowering filmmakers to create more immersive and groundbreaking digital experiences. Our performance in H1 F25 reflects our ongoing commitment to excellence and the trust our clients place in us. We are pleased to report that our order book remains strong with a significant 30 crore project from Tippett, which will be billed in the second half of FY25. Furthermore, we have submitted 35 proposals totaling over 100 crore in project value with a solid order success rate of 20%, ensuring a robust pipeline for the remainder of the fiscal year. From a financial perspective, PhantomFX delivered a strong performance in H1 F25. Our consolidated total income reached 36.65 crores with an impressive EBITDA of 16.32 crore, reflecting an EBITDA margin of 45% on a standalone basis. We reported total income of 35.96 crore and a robust EBITDA margin of 45.77%. Net profits. Net profits stood at 8.27 crore on a consolidated basis and 8.38 crore on a standalone basis, reflecting our operational efficiency and growth in an increasingly competitive market. As we look ahead to the second half of FY25, we are confident in our ability to continue driving growth. The solid order book, new strategic partnerships, and ongoing technological advancements, PhantomFX is well positioned for sustained success. Thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to keeping you updated on our progress with that. I will now open the floor for questions.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer section. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that management is able to address questions from all the participants and the conference, please limit your questions to 2 questions per participant. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The call is from the line of Ronil Dalal from Fincom Family Office. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Sure. Thanks. Congratulations on the new partnerships. So my first question is that, the receivables I can notice have gone up by around 30% from around 51 crores to 66 crores. So as per, previous calls and interactions that we have discussed, that receivables are getting under control and coming down. However, this result shows that it has moved up. So could you please share any, clarifications or can throw some color on this? Thanks.
Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for the question. Actually, the receivables which we are having around 66 crores as of September. Yeah. So we have a plans that we will be collecting maximum of them in H2. We have already received around 10 crores of it, and the balance 56 crores, which we are expecting 30% in the coming quarter and the next quarter. So not much will be the outstanding, and we are following with the customers and very aggressively, and the customers are still working with us. So we will be getting the payments very soon in this coming quarters.
Right. Because I think the last time also, the discussion was that the money was about to come in the next month or so, or next month or 2 months. But then that, I assume, has not happened. So the customers have further delayed, right?
Last time, probably it is a different scenario, but now we are closing the projects, and almost everything is in the delivery stages, in the verges of delivery, and also they have no option but to sit with us and get it delivered. So it's all under control, as Anantraman said. We have already collected 10 crores, and we are expecting another 30% to be recovered this quarter, and another 30 to be recovered in the next quarter as well.
So what do you think it would be around by, say, the end of the year, like 31st March? I mean, as per your estimates?
On an average, total 60% will be recovered by... Yes. That's true.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry, 60%?
Of the total receivable which is outstanding will be collected.
Sure. And then that will be the level which we will maintain. Is that what I understand?
Yes.
Sure. My second question is that, there has been a slight decline in the revenue on a QOQ basis.
Your voice is muffled. Can you please come again?
Yeah. There has been a slight decline in revenue on a year-on-year and a QOQ basis. So I just wanted to understand, what were the reasons for this, and also your...
Is it just us, or you can hear him well?
Okay. Sorry, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sure. So I'm saying that, there has been a year-on-year and a QOQ decline in revenue. So what were the reasons, for the same, given that, that I think the order or inquiries at least had started to pick up? And would this mean that, that 130 crore guidance in your AGM, would you be able to still maintain that 130 crore revenue and 40% EBITDA margin, or would you be exceeding that?
The market was down later, but in the last quarter, we started getting again all the projects started materializing. So, as you all know, we are in the post-production phase of the filmmaking. So after the strike got over in the July, film production started, and now almost everyone are in the production stage, and they are coming forward with to the post-production stage now. So in the upcoming months, as we expected, there are so many projects that we already have submitted proposals. At least to the amount of 100 crores, we have submitted a lot of proposals for the upcoming films. So there is a steady flow in bid requests also. So that really gives a lot of confidence for everyone. The market is coming back. So we are very confident we will be able to achieve between 100 to 110 crores for this H2. I mean, closing H2.
So 100 and 110 crores is just for H2, you're saying?
No. This year, FY24, 25.
So between 100 and 110 is what you're saying is for the full year?
Yes.
FY20?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Just one last thing, if I can squeeze in, that the international business, like the Tippet acquisition will be consolidated, I understand, in April 2025. So what is the current percentage of international business, percentage of revenue, and how much or how would it look like post the Tippet consolidation?
It's around 60% is the international business at the moment. We are completely looking at Tippet's projects also. Going forward, we are not entirely depending on the Western market. That is the reason we are expanding in the Asian market as well. China has a great potential. We have signed up a couple of projects which is very potential already, and we are again traveling back in the coming month to close a few deals there, which we will reveal in the next quarter. So it's looking very potential, the Chinese market, and also we are having a solid plan for the Middle East as well. So we are working on that. So in the upcoming months, there will be definitely some very interesting announcements coming soon.
Sure. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll get back in the question queue.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Shikhar Mundra from Vivo Commercial Limited. Please go ahead.
Hi. So the 110 crores you said for the whole year, so that is not including the Tippet order book?
That is not including the Tippet's order book.
All right. So on the receivable front, I needed more clarity. You said you are expecting to collect 60% of the 66 crore by the end of this year, right? So which means
we already collected 10 crores. So the rest is 56 crores. So 60% is what we are confidently projecting. Probably we might exceed that as well, but definitely 60% will be recovered.
Okay. So this is 60% of the 56 crore which is remaining.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but still we'll be having 20 crores of these old receivables pending at the end of the year. Plus, we will be executing, new projects in this H2. So, I mean, our receivables balance sheet will again look very bad at the end of this year. How are we expecting our receivables to improve? Because we'll be executing some projects in H2 as well. So again, now they will be pending. And plus this 20 crores of the existing projects of receivables will still be pending. So I mean, on the receivable fund, I'm not getting clarity on how will we improve our balance sheet exactly.
Okay. Actually, the receivables which is the last year, which was getting holded in the books, the main reason is because of the writer strikes and all the things, yeah. So now it's getting recovered. The market is getting recovered, the US market and the UK markets. So we will be collecting it, and whatever we are going to do now for the H2, that numbers are having a better milestones as well as the better completions will be there, and we will be collecting more, and we will make sure that the receivables will be better than the last year. That's what our plans.
Okay.
So we will maintain less compared to the last year. We are very confident on that.
Okay. But the last 1 month and the projects which we executed in Q2, the last 3 months, how has been the collections in those particular projects in the last?
Sorry, come again?
So the projects which we executed in the last 3 months, I'm talking about the last 3 months. No, let us ignore the first 3 months because I understand the writer strike impact was there. The projects which we executed in the last 3 months, how was the collection of receivables over there?
we collected around 60 to 70% because we collect an advance basis of the first milestone, and the balance, the last 10%, which used to go on the final handover of project. So only that is pending. So the collection was better in this quarter.
Okay. So for the 66 crore, can we get a split? I mean, how many of these receivables are, more than 6 months? How many are less than 6 months? And how many are like less than 3 months?
Okay. More than 6 months, I have a 43 crores. And 3 months is less than 6 months is 20 crores.
Okay. No, because, I mean, that's a feedback because, you're saying that things are improving on ground, but I mean, it's not reflecting in the numbers at all because the way the receivables are ballooning up. I mean, in spite of making these kind of margins, it's impossible to generate any free cash flows for the company. So, I mean, this is like a very serious situation which is kind of going on.
I totally understand that, but what we are doing is we make sure that we are delivering and we are finalizing the shots, and whatever the deliverable should be happening. After that only we will be making an invoice. Yeah. So upon the confirmation. So we are a little bit getting collections on time, and some because of this the festival seasons that might be delayed, but by going forward it will not happen. Yeah. So most probably we will be collecting maximum in H2 itself.
Okay. And your press release talks about a 92% increase in revenue. So I'm not able to understand. I'm not able to see any increase in revenue. So I mean, I didn't understand that.
Okay. Actually, how it works is H1 we are supposed to do on 79 crores. Okay. In that 35 crores we have realized in the billing part and we have completed. The balance went into the WIP, work in progress, which is having including a margin of 44 crores. So if that has been added in the 79 crores, the 192% against the September 23, 41 crores which I have delivered in last year. So against that, it's 192% basically.
Okay. So this 44 crores is expected to be billed in H2, and apart from that, we'll be winning new orders which will complete in H2. So that's the 100 crore order pipeline you said. Is that understanding correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So overall, around 100 and 110 crores of total revenues we are expecting, right? And
Yes.
And how much from tickets are we expecting in H2?
30 crores.
30 crores. So overall, a consolidated basis, we are expecting 130 crores of revenues?
No, it's including of this. Basically, what I'm trying to say is 79 plus 30. That's 100 to 110 crores basically. Actually, we have submitted some few bids, okay, which is having an 100 crores value. In that, 20% of winning the success were there. And if I do that, it will go around 110 to 120. We will be finalizing the numbers.
Okay. And for the receivables of 66 crore, how much is it from our foreign clients and how much is it from the Indian clients?
Can you please repeat the question? Your voice is not...
For the receivables of 66 crore, how much of it is pending from the foreign production houses and how much from the Indian production houses?
Come again, please.
Hello? Am I audible?
So your voice is not audible properly.
Yeah, is it better now?
Yeah, little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, is it better? Yeah. So for the receivables of 66 crore, how much of it is from the foreign clients and how much is that from the Indian clients?
40 crores is from the international and the balance, it's a local 3 crores.
Okay. Got it. And one last question on the Chinese market. So how are the collection cycle over there, for the players who, if you have any knowledge about the Chinese market, what are the typical payment terms over there and how is the collection cycle over there currently for players who are executing right now in the Chinese market?
No, it's all the same. We'll be paid an upfront and then we'll be collecting it in the milestones. So we have with a big production house there. So they are going to take care of all this operational and financial collections and everything for us. And on top of that, government has ensured us to support with all the banking process and all the money transaction related things. So they are expecting a smooth, transaction and process going forward.
Right. And how much are we expecting to, put in as capex in investment softwares capex for the next 2 years, couple of years?
We don't have that information right now with us. Probably we can share it later.
Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants are requested to ask 2 questions per participant, as there are several participants are waiting for the queue. The next question is from the line of Parth More from Fine Days. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon and congrats on your new partnerships. And thank you for taking my question. My first question is about employee retention via distribution of equity stocks. We are aware that you have given some shares to key employees to retain them and help them have an owner's mindset in the company business. But do you have any plans for a formal ESOP policy for employees and also anything similar policy for Tippett Studio employees? I have one more question after this. Thank you.
Yeah. So we have a ESOP policy, being framed as we speak for our employees at Phantom who have been, longer served with Phantom. So that will be done definitely for sure. And for Tippett, we are planning to give a few shares for the key people from the Tippett management.
Okay, sure. And till when is this possible?
Probably next year after, next financial year we'll probably plan all this.
Okay, sure. Thank you. And my second question is, we can see the intangible assets have dipped by 2 crores. Has this been due to amortized or due to impairment?
It's because of an amortization.
Okay, sure. Thank you. And what's the split between film, series and commercial, the revenue from film, series and commercial VFX projects?
Right now, I don't have that breakdown exactly with me, but in the upcoming calls I can get you. But on an average, a series is somewhere around 40-45%, and the films are somewhere between 50%, and commercials are 5% on an average.
Okay, sure. Thank you. And also just one last question, we appreciate your connections to producers and VFX supervisors in the industry. But also, do you have any plans to groom more people in the company to expand in the market, building future management who can win contracts for us, train some key employees, younger employees to be specific so that we can trust in continued business deal winnings in the long term?
Of course. We are doing that. We are, training a lot of our, we are identifying talents who have good communication skill sets. When I mean communication, not just the language, but, clear communication establishment with the men. So we are identifying such talents and we are grooming them to be an executive producer kind of person who can win bids and who can do bids. Also, we are, doing all this soft skill training and other internal training to groom our people. So Phantom always believes in grooming our own people first and then look for external resources. So that is what we are doing. We have a very strong management training team as well for the same. They are working continuously on that.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Deepak Podar from Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity. So just wanted to understand, this year we're targeting 100 to 110 crores of revenue, and what kind of PAT margin we are looking at?
The PAT margin we are looking for 25 to 30 we will be having it.
25 to 30%. And what about outlook for next year, FY26?
FY26 we are planning around 35.
What, 35? And in terms of top line as well?
PAT will be 35.
35%. And in terms of top line?
in terms of it should be around 130 to 150 crores.
So what is the, I mean, earlier we were targeting much higher number, right? I mean, for next year as well, we were targeting close to 200 crores plus, right?
Yeah, but as of now, we are trying to complete this year, and looking forward upon the work orders what we will be receiving in the year, then we can go ahead with the forecastings on that next year.
Okay, but right now we are targeting close to 150 crores is what you are saying, right? For next year.
Yeah, if we include Chinese and furthermore Tibet, projects, and considering that the market is back, on its foot like what was before, we can positively, target for a 200 crore revenue for the next year. But confidently we can cross 150, 160 is what right now we are predicting.
Okay. But, I mean, for this year, first half performance as well, I mean, earlier, I think in the month of September itself, I think in some of the conference, we were quite confident that in first half we can achieve 60-65 crores kind of a top line as compared to... So what has changed? I mean, in 1 month, what has changed that the thing that we were expecting and it didn't pan out as expected?
And the market is, still reviving, and the kind of projects that we were expecting to materialize is getting delayed. So that is the reason.
Okay, but I mean, I'm talking about in the month of September itself, we were of the view that we would be able to achieve 60-65 crores revenue, right? I mean, that is about closing the quarter. I mean, close to the quarter end.
Yeah, there are, there are few milestones that we were predicting to be completed. Had some creative corrections, and we are reworking on certain stuff. So that has a slight impact on this quarter.
Okay, but how confident are you about the second half? I mean, because
so that definitely the movie releases are all finalized, and so there won't be any further delay in that. So whatever we are telling right now is all the minimal projection that we have. So that definitely will happen.
Okay, because even if you have to do 100 crores revenue at 25-30% PAT margin, which you are suggesting, we are talking about 25-30 crores of PAT, right? So ideally, we have done only 8 crores of PAT in the first half, so which makes it about 17 to 20 crores PAT in the second half. I mean, are we confident that we'll be able to achieve that?
Yeah, basically this order which we are going to do in the capex, so 30 crores is having a majority of margin, which will increase my margin, the PAT for me.
Okay. And this 44 crores, you already said that it's about to be built in the second half. I mean, the first half.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it. Okay. That's it from my side. All the very best to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, you may press star and 1 to ask question. The next question is from the line of Amit Joshi from Care Portfolio. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Sir, our employee costs have been reduced, so can you explain that?
So we have, reduced certain manpower depending on the project's necessity. So we have put them in contract basis. So, in order to control the profit margins, so we have put few of our employees in the contract mode, where they will be coming and working on the project-to-project basis. So that way we were able to control the expenses as well to maintain the profit margin. So that's the decision management made.
Okay. So they have kind of, the employment agreement has been terminated, and I mean, they have been shifted on contractual basis.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, you mentioned that, in your commentary in the press release that the work done is 79 crore, but you could not bill that 44 crore extra, so which you will be billing now. Which means that, 80 crore is kind of done and dusted. You mentioned that 100 to 110 crore is your annual expectation, top line expectation, which includes 30 crore of Tibet. So do you mean to say that for the next 6 months, we don't expect, as a Phantom Studio, we don't expect to do any work or billing?
No, we are not saying that because we have submitted some 35 work orders to the clients, which is having a 100 crores. So that will be adding up, but we are trying to maximize our numbers as much possible, which up to 110 or 100 to 110 crores.
Yeah, no, that I understood. But basically, we don't have anything work on hand, is what I'm trying to understand.
No, we are getting the 30 crores work order, right, from Tibet.
That is Tibet, right?
We are getting it. So,
okay. So that's something which will be executed by Phantom.
Yeah.
I thought we are going to consolidate. I mean, those revenues will be merged with the.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Didn't quite understand that. But anyway, so second part, sir, last con call, of course, debtors, again, the point on debtors because that is something which is concerning. So 51 crore was the debtors as on 31st March, and you had kept a call in the month of May, and it was told to us that close to 25% or so the debtors have been collected. So which means that around 38 crore of debtors have been still there as on May 31st. Now, post which and as on 31st March, the inventory was around 35 crore, which means that if I add up 38, 35, so 66 crore debtors which are standing as of now, which means the debtors which have been there since March is still pending, and the revenue is still not being able to get collected. And you have mentioned in past that your credit period is roughly 60 to 90 days. So, I mean, this is not going in synchronization. So just trying to understand what are the reasons that, we go to 180 days and more of a credit period when we generally anticipate or, the credit period to be 60 to 90 days.
No, as you know, the market condition is such. Our competitors started giving various deals to the client. Something similar like co-production partnering, or they extended their credit periods, and some even were willing to collect the entire money while they delivered. So in order to keep our competency with others, keep up with the competency with others, we had to compromise on certain credit period timelines. So that is why the delay is. Otherwise, we were in a situation to lose the project and lose the client as well. So that is the reason we had to extend the credit periods to compete with others. So that is why we had to do it.
Yeah, but is it that the client, who is the ultimately, your whatever it is used in the commercial or the advertisement or the movies or the web series, ultimately is it that they are not able to realize their revenue and therefore they are not able to pay you? I mean, just because a competitor is giving a higher credit period. So I'm just trying to understand the industry dynamics. So wouldn't it be making sense to kind of holding a data for 6-8 months rather than that? I mean, ultimately he also wants the work to be done, right? And we at Phantom boast ourselves of creativity and the kind of quality of work that we deliver. So considering that past success that we have seen, etc. So I'm just trying to connect, and I mean, I'm still unable to understand why 66 crore data is still lying in the books and our working process as on date is around 47 crore. So.
Yeah. So as you know, this the projects that we work, the post-production works can even extend up to 2 years of time, depending on the scale of the film. So the minimal visual effects post-production timeline is somewhere from 6 months to 2 years is what we are looking at with the projects that we are working on. So there are a few major projects which we are working on is having such a huge timeline. So the milestone payment is what we are expecting actually. So if the movie is getting released on a particular date, then it makes sense for them to pay immediately and get it. But since the movie release dates are a bit far away from the milestones, they are using this credit period for their internal circulation of money. So that is the reason the extended credit periods are offered by the competitors, and also they are even ready to compromise on the profit margins as well. So in order to retain our existing clients and relationship, we had to offer extended credit period. So that is what is reflecting here.
Okay. And sir, any of this work is related to the Netflix project that we have had?
Interrupt, sir. Can you just
No.
Oh, okay. I'll join back the queue.
Yeah, thank you so much. As a request to all the participants at the conference, please limit your questions to 2 questions per participant. The next question is from the line of Love Gupta from Counter Cyclical PMS. Please go ahead.
Hi. I just wanted to understand, apart from the 44 crores additional revenue that was booked in the first half, are there any new order bookings for H2, or is this still an extension from the current order?
It's an extension of the current order, which is in my WIP, which will be booked in H2.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ronil Dalal from FinCom Family Office. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So just have some follow-up questions. One is that long-term debt had moved up, and there was also like cash from the balance sheet, so you had raised some money. So now will that be paid off, the long-term debt?
Sorry, come again, please.
I'm saying the long-term debt, has that been repaid?
Yeah.
So the long-term debt as on date is 0?
Yeah.
Okay. The second is that, Spectre, you guys have launched Spectre. So Spectre as a percentage of revenue for this quarter, what would it be?
It's basically less than 1 crore. It's still a baby. Just started in July, and it's delivered around 60 lakhs.
Okay. And going ahead, like by next year, supposing as a percentage of revenue, what would Spectre's share be? Like some approximation as per your projections?
15 to 20% it will be.
15 to 20% next year?
Yeah.
It will. Yeah. Okay. So just, I also wanted to get a kind of a view, like overall from the summary of all the previous participant questions and the opening remarks. The way I see or understand it is basically that, the receivables are quite high. The competitive intensity is also there, and it is affecting, the kind of orders we are able to compete for. And there have been, I think, a few occasions when the revenue guidances have not been met. So why do you think that going ahead over the next 6 to 9 months, 1 year, things might be different? Like, what makes you confident that the next 1 year or 2 years, it would be probably very different than the situation presently?
The reason is, as we have told in our previous calls and now, the market was completely came to a standstill due to the strikes, and this got recovered in the last July. So after that, everything started coming back, and we ourselves are pitching on a lot of projects, and we are looking at a lot of visibility from the international major studios as well through Tippett. And also our Chinese expansion is really very promising. There is 100 million budgeted VFX film right now in production there. So it looks very promising in the Chinese market. So we are exploring there as well, and we are also having plans to expand in the Middle East. So we are very confident with the upcoming projections, whatever we have submitted now.
Right. Because it's just a matter of that that the competitive intensity, as I'm understanding from the credit periods offered and receivable days and your earlier comments about the competitors are providing certain benefits to the customer. So despite growth, the competitive intensity seems to be high and will remain high. So what are the few things that we can do to, say, differentiate ourselves versus the competition, or maybe work with only certain partners who are more kind of, more kind of, what's the word for it? Maybe adjusting or accepting of our kind of credit periods. Maybe working with very large studios can be a good opportunity, but it also comes at the cost that they are not paying on time. Any comments on that?
No, in the future, we are coming back to our strict financial milestone payment terms with our existing and future clients also. So since the market had a bit of dip, we were in a position to compromise on certain things. But going forward, we will stick on to our usual credit timelines. And when it comes to unique selling point of Phantom, we are already implementing the virtual production pre-production phase of it's a different vertical for Phantom, and we are getting considerable interest for that as well. And we are right now we have implemented a lot of AI technology into Phantom as well in the production pipeline. So we have considerably we were able to increase the productivity to 15% to 20%. So that also is a very unique point, and we will be able to deliver faster. We'll be able to deliver in a much competitive rate, but with the same quality or a better quality. So these are all unique selling points for Phantom as I see.
Sure. And the employee count on date, what would the employee count be? And any hiring plans for the next 6 months? What's the hiring pipeline, if anything?
It's around 560 or 570 at the moment, and there are 100 plus employees in contractual basis.
No, I meant, is there any hiring plan for the next 12 months? Like.
Yeah. Once the project started getting awarded and when we start getting the input inflows, we will start hiring again.
Sure. And 570 doesn't include ticket, or it includes ticket?
No, it doesn't include ticket.
So that would be separately how many people?
They are around 40 people.
Sorry, 40?
40, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parth More from FinTrace. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I have some follow-up questions regarding debt. We can see that from cash flow from financing activities that there is increase in short-term and long-term borrowings by 17 and 6 crores. So may I know what is it for, the increasing debt?
Actually, we are taking currently we are taking for the working capital. That's why the finance cost is getting increased a little bit. And this will not be in the future. For H2, it will be reducing it. It will not be much. Once our circulation of funds will comes in, we'll be okay.
Okay, so if it is for working capital requirement, then why the long-term borrowing? Like 6 crores of long-term borrowing, because we believe like short-term can be for, the working capital can be for short-term.
We'll come back to you on this.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mahesh Pasupati, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello, hi. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have heard a lot of questions regarding the top line revenue for this year. So if I'm not wrong, can we expect 150 crores revenue for this year with a 30% PAT margin?
No, as I told already, it should be 110 to 120 is what we are expecting. 100 to 110. Yeah, 100 to 100.
I made a calculation of that myself. So 79 crores from H1 with 45 crores realizing in H2 if I'm not wrong, 30 crores from shipwreck, and you said from the 100 crores worth of projects which will go ahead, 20% of success rate comes around 130. So is that a safe number then?
No, actually, the 79 crores which you are seeing it, 35 plus 49 net is. Yeah, the 79 plus 30 crores will be plus 100. 79 plus 30, 109, and the percentage of 100 crores which is in an order in my hand, that is a 20% success. That is an upper side, but we are expecting 100 to 110 only now, as of now.
Perfect. And regarding the increased competitions in the current projects in the verticals, so how do you see yourself expanding? Like, would it be in the verticals or the horizontal level as far as PhantomFX is concerned?
I'm sorry, can you come back again on this question?
Sorry?
Can you come again?
Yeah, no. So we have seen a lot of increased competition, right, in terms of VFX industry. So, and you have also said that you might be expanding. So as far as the expansion goes, what kind of expansion can we see going ahead? Like, will it be in terms of verticals to the film industry or the gaming industry? So how is that going to be?
Yeah, as I already mentioned, we are looking at this virtual production as another vertical. So we have already started delivering content using virtual production. So we are gaining attraction with new clients to our virtual production department, where we are contributing to the pre-production side of things. And we have also implemented a lot of AI tools, which are currently trending in the market, including generative AI and all this other stuff, which is really helping us out in increasing the productivity, because they are proving to be a good tool for increasing productivity. So such activities are being already done. And we are also looking at a couple more other verticals, which I cannot reveal right now, but we are actively working on it in other regions of the world to improve, to attract more client and increase the inflow of.
Perfect. So virtual production projects have already been delivered in this FY.
Yeah, we have started delivering. Yes.
So what percentage of revenue has been from that different vertical?
Pardon?
No, what percentage of revenue has been from virtual production this year, like in the first half?
No, it is not much, but it is just started, right? So we have started delivering, and we have started gaining momentum at the moment. I don't think it crossed anywhere around 70-80 lakhs at the moment, but we have started creating good attraction with that.
Okay, and this is from the domestic market, or is it from the international side?
It's both the domestic and international combined.
Right, okay. Thank you so much. All the best.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that management is able to address questions from all the participants in the conference call, please limit your one question per participant. Do you have a follow-up question? We request you to rejoin the queue. The next question is from the line of Arnab Bhattacharya ji, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hey Vijay, I hope everyone is enjoying your team. Just wanted to, am I audible, right?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so great work on Leo. Was really impressed with the work that you pulled off. I wanted to add a fundamental question about building your business. So I wanted to know that should I from now on view Phantom just at a consolidated level? Because what you just said was, like I understand that Tippet is acting like a facade. It's a touch point for getting business, but the implementation is happening across. So is that understanding correct? Or the employees of Tippet as well as the employees of Phantom are currently jointly working on that the project that you have referred to in your list. Is that correct? Am I understand correct?
Yes. We are actively working together, especially on the projects that which comes through Tippet. There are few projects that we took Tippet's expertise also into account. So we have already started working as a single company, and there is a clear pipeline and communication pipeline established, and it's going good.
Okay. I wanted to understand, so you have mentioned the 20% hit rate on order wins. Is that a historical hit rate that you have referred to over there? And my question is that since you are building up on efficiency and quality, I believe as well, so I want you to probably target a better hit rate number next year, maybe 22%, and like 2-3 years down, 25% as a hit rate. Is it achievable, or am I are order wins entirely based on economies, or are they also based on quality, performance, and all of these terms? And if quality and efficiency are the basis, can you, with improved efficiency, do you project a higher order win rate going, let's say, 3-4 years ahead? Because currently you're working on a pipeline, so you're improving efficiency. So, or if it's economy based, then I can understand probably it can be difficult. Yeah. Can you want to view on that?
No, as I said, we have already successfully implemented a working pipeline between Phantom and Tippet. And right now, what we are concentrating is increasing business through Tippet, because as I have mentioned in my earlier calls, what Phantom was billing before is at least 3 to 4 times multiplied when Tippet can bill. So we have the ability to match international standards, and through Tippet we were able to bring in a lot of such high-profile projects as well. So combining this strength of Phantom and the legacy of Tippet, we were able to pull in a lot of interesting projects, and we are pitching on a lot of interesting projects in the near future as well. So going forward, we are very confident to achieve the numbers whatever we are projecting, and there are possibilities that we will even surpass that projection also. Hello.
The participants left the queue. We'll move to the next. The next question is from the line of Parveen G. from Sincere Syndication. Please go ahead. Yes, Mr. Parveen, go with the question, please. As there is no response from the participants, we'll move to the next. The next question is from the line of Shikhar Mundra from IPO Communication Limited. Please go ahead.
Just wanted a clarification. We don't hand over the project until the whole money is received. Is that right?
Yeah, we usually don't do that. But with high-profile clients, there are certain situations that we have to do it. But we do it with any security or something.
Okay. So with this 56 crores of receivables pending right now, how much of it is, project which is still, which has not been handed over, and how much of it is which has been handed over?
I don't have that information with me right now, but I can provide it with you later. So maybe you can come back to me on that.
Okay. And typically, how long is the post-production process for any movie?
It can go between 6 months to 2 years.
Okay.
For any VFX oriented films.
Okay. So if let's say if it goes on till 2 years, so some of our own receivables might, even get stuck till 2 years if.
No. That is not possible because whatever the projects that we are expecting these receivables, they are scheduled to release in the upcoming months. So that is why we are very confidently projecting all these receivables to be collected.
Okay. So when you said you are expected to receive 60% of the receivables, it means 60% of these movies are actually releasing in the next 6 months.
Yeah. Either it is releasing or, we've been definitely confidently been, given a date for the payment process also by the client. So that is why we are projecting these numbers in here.
Okay. And what can be the receivable figure as on date? Because say 56 crores is the whole receivable, plus in this 1.5 months you might have executed some projects. So hello?
We might be executed around 10 to 11 crores of the project.
Okay. So that entire must have not been received. So still around 60 to 65 crores must be your receivables as on date.
Yeah.
Got it. And for the second half, you said 44 crore is what which we had executed in first half, which will be released in the second half, plus 30 crore from pivot. So that itself becomes 75 crore. Plus, we are bidding for new projects and we expect to receive around 15-20 crores. So shouldn't the guidance for second half be more aggressive? 80 to 90 crores itself in the second half?
44 crores, I've already done my work and I'm going to release the invoice against that. But for 30 crores, which I'm going to do the work, and whatever the bids I'm submitted, which might be like awarding in a Q3 or the Q4. The offloading process has to happen to me, and then I will start my working. So that's the reason it's in the possibility I've been given that.
Got it. So, but that 44 plus 30 is definitely which we are billing in the second half. So that's it.
Yep. 100% will be doing it.
All right. Got it. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the time constraint, we will take this as a last question. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Chandni for closing comments. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you everyone for joining the conference call of Phantom Digital FX Limited. If you have any queries, you can write to us at research@kirinadvisors.com. Once again,